Everybody ain't your partner. If I tell you I got you, then I got you when I got you. When it fucked up, get it fucked up. What's happening? This is a continuation of the segments. It's a sequel. And the reason it's a sequel to why I started documenting myself. And the reason why I went on this path of documenting, especially when you have people that stalking you and everything else like that, you have, you know, the reason why, and it's a continuation. So I was basically a brief introduction to something that's already been said by me already in the previous video. Previously on the other video, like the way they put in the in the video, I was just basically telling you guys the reason why I started writing. First, I started writing, documenting my daily activities. Then from there, I started recording, and just so I tell my side of my story. When you're dealing with a pathological liar, they will tell people what they want those people to see, so they can paint you as this individual, like a dirtbag, basically, or however they want to paint you, and your true identity is not being seen by the people that are supposed to see it. So people are treating you as what that person paints you as. You feel me? You could be a good individual like myself. You can be a good individual like myself, and they'll paint you as that person. Like, the person who paints you, people will see you as the other person. It's always like that. Even at my job, right? If two people had a fight at the job, right? It doesn't matter who fault it is. It's the person who reports first. You feel me? Because if I had a fight with you and I didn't go tell HR, but the person who started the fight went to go tell HR, then guess what? That person's statement is going to be taken into consideration first. And that's what narcissistic people do. They make sure that they get to the crowd or the audience first before you can. By the time you realize it's a few years down the line, you trying to tell your stories, and people are already seeing what that person is showing them. They're not seeing nothing else. You could do something good and they could be like, nah, he just doing it just to do it, just because this, that, and the third. They covering up their tracks as they go along. Feel me? A narcissist is basically like a person that sweeps the dirt under the carpet, and nobody gets to see what is really going on until somebody become wise enough to lift up the carpet and see the filth that went on. You feel me? An average person will they'll clean the same way, but will not sweep it under the dirt. They will actually get a broom, a broom, a dustpan, and sweep it and put it where it's supposed to be. A narcissist is like someone who kicks the can down the road and never solves the problem. An average person will just pick up the can and place it where it's supposed to be. You feel me? They have a lazy mind way of thinking. They think like a 2-year-old with their emotions. Feel me? It's always like they think they have a complex mindset. Like, I am superior. I don't have to do all the work. I do a little bit just to convince you that this is who I am. You feel me? But they never finish it. You feel me? They always start something but never finish it. And they get other people to help them finish the work for them. You feel me? Because they can never finish it. It's like an incomplete mind. And anything that is incomplete, its nature will be incomplete when they do things. So they prolong things. They will prolong. Even when they make threats, it's prolonged. Go ahead, man. Damn, everybody is easy. Even when they make threats, it's prolonged. When they start something, they never finish it. They always get people to finish it for them, and this, that, and third. This is a narcissistic mindset. You feel me? So basically, the reason why I started documenting myself, I just wanted to tell my own story. I just wanted people to hear it. I mean, it was too late for me to even try to tell my side of the story. It's almost quite like impossible for people to believe you. You feel me? Because people are like, well, nigga, I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes, my nigga. How can I be wrong of what I saw? And it's like, but you never gave me the chance for me to tell my side of my story. It's like you friends with people for a long time and nobody actually took the initiative to even come to you and speak to you openly about the situation that you was going through. Everybody didn't give you the benefit of the doubt. It's like they didn't even respect you enough to even come to you and be like, hey, is this really what's going on? Jeffrey, this person said this and that, and I want you to fix that situation with them. Is this what's really going on? No, everybody was just, since, like HR, you were the first person to go and report. They didn't come to you to even get your side of the story. They was only analyzing it from one side of the story, so the evidence was overwhelming because you didn't tell your side of the story, so it made it seem like you was totally guilty. And that's what goes on, you feel me? That's what went on with me, myself, and I. You feel me? Owning my ownership again. You gotta own your shit, man. So that's what went on. So by the time I decided to want to fight back, it was nigga too late type shit. So it's like, best thing you could do is to not give him. I decided just to take my energy back. Don't entertain them in any form or shape. You feel me? Remember, they've been watching you for a long time. So if you try to play tick for tack with them, you will lose. Because every time you try to even recruit people, the people you're trying to recruit has already been recruited. There's no need for you to even fight back anymore. You need to just be yourself. Be the opposite of who they are. You feel me? Because they will steal your identity too. If you a law-abiding citizen, they will use that against you. Hey, remember, you're not supposed to break the law. Remember, hey, if let's just say you're a law-abiding citizen or you're a church-going individual, they try to use God against you. You feel me? Or let's just say you're a person that like to keep your shit clean and everything else like that. They try to use that against you type shit like that. Like, maybe dirty up your shit and be like, you see, he's not even that clean. Or you see, he's not no God-fearing individual. Look at what he's doing because you bought into it. You feel me? Or you a law-abiding citizen. You see, he's breaking the law. Look at him. He's watching illegal movies. Because you buying into the act. You buying into it. They've already created the scenario for you to buy into it already. So it's like you fighting an uphill battle. It's like you swimming against a wave. You can't do that. You exhaust yourself by doing that. You feel me? There's no way you can fight it. They have years upon years upon you. You feel me? Of course, they never work alone. They always work in a group. We all know that. You feel me? They never play fair. There's no such thing as fair to them. It's like fair. What are you talking about? Bus fare? Like that kind of fair? No, they never play fair. They've never played fair. And not in the history of fairness, they haven't played fair. For them to play fair, it's like, remember, they're emotionally unintelligent. Emotionally, they're fragile, very weak, insecure individuals. So they rather cheat. They'd rather cheat to win than to play fair to lose. Because they cannot overcome that emotion of losing. So if I cheat to win, I feel better about who I am. Because to me, it's like I'd rather cheat to win than for me to play fair and lose. You feel me? So they never play fair in any situation. They would never play fair. They will always have the advantage. They have no limits of how conniving they can go. They go beyond disgusting. You feel me? They never ever play fair. So whenever you think they never play fair. What kind of person plays fair when they attacking you behind your back anyway? There's no fairness in that. You feel me? So they never play fair. So if you're in a situation like that, stop thinking they think like you. No, you dealing with a 2-year-old, but in a grown man's body. You have to understand that. Like everything is me. It belongs to me. And start spanking and just, that kind of rage. This is what they are, but they're doing it in a kind of like a grown way, but the emotion is of a 2 to 5-year-old. You're dealing with a little kid. So when you speak to them, if you have any form of confrontation with them, you have to speak to them in a manner of a child. You feel me? I just don't have time to play those kind of games. So I just be like, fuck out of here, you hypocrite. I'll call you out on your name, like, fuck out of here. I ain't got time to play with you, bitch. You feel me? I don't have the patience for them. Like, I don't play with kids, man. I'm a grown ass man. I don't play with kids. But that's exactly what they are. They are kids. You feel me? The extreme one at that. Of course, you got flying monkeys, people who work for them and everything else like that. You gotta know the difference between the two. Always know who the person is. In my situation, I got too many enemies. It's like, I just decided to just, I've decided to be like, look, man, I am a respectful individual. I treat others with respect. You feel me? I'm a hardworking individual. I a law-abiding citizen. You feel me? I am an innocent man. Of course I am. You feel me? I am a man of many traits. I am an intelligent man. These are things that I am that I'm not going to let go of. I feel like these are good traits to have. There's so many things that I am that I cannot compute all of them right now. But I would not trade these things for what the so-called narcissists want me to trade them for. So I decide not to fight against the narcissist in that sense by trading who I am, act out in violence in any sort of shape. That's why I've always said in my past, take a look at my history. I've always said, take a look at my history, take a look at my actions, and take a look at their actions. See what the symptoms and traits of a narcissist is, and see who is the narcissist. You feel me? That's all I've asked. You feel me? Who is the manipulator? Huh? Who is the one who's bullying? Huh? Who's the one that's constantly lying? It might seem like sometimes I'm lying, but I'm not lying because this is what they want you to see. You feel me? Who's the one who's in excessive need of admiration? You feel me? Who is the one that constantly need people around them to validate them? Like, I don't mean, like, they've stripped so many people out of my life. It's like, okay, like, you can't use that excuse no more. So what, you feel me? So these are the things that you gotta see. Like, you have to see these things for yourself. Take a look at what they do and take a look at what I do, and you see all these things for yourself. You feel me? Who is the one that does certain things in front of other people in disregard of those people? These people will disrespect the whole community just to get a target. It's like the disrespect for society and the neglect of human dignity. Like, who's doing all these things? I don't do shit like that. Like, who does that? Like, like, these niggas will have sex in public just to prove a point. They'll find the worst one among them just to do that, and will gaslight and cheer that individual so that person can get that, so they can get that point across. You feel me? Who is doing these things? Let's take a look at their action. Let's take a look at my action. You feel me? Who's the one that breaks into other people's house still? Who's the one that have sex with other people's wives and everything else like that? Who does these things? Not me. I don't do that shit. Take a look at their actions and take a look at my actions. That's all I've asked people to do. Feel me? I know y'all niggas want me to be the bad guy so bad, but it's like, when you take a look at my action, what have I really done that was so bad that I deserve this kind of treatment? And when you take a look at it, you be like, nothing. Not really, like, he didn't really do. Maybe he talk shit here and there, but who wouldn't defend himself when they're going through this kind of persecution? Who wouldn't speak against false authority? Who wouldn't? You feel me? You feel me? Let's take a look at their action. That's all I said. Just take a look at their action. Take a look at my action. What time is it? I'm about to go in soon. And it might seem like, oh, he's complaining. That's what it seems like when you are a person who has been attacked by these kind of people. It seems as if you are complaining and everything else, but it's necessary. You're like, yo, it's necessary. It doesn't matter how people look at you and how people perceive you and that kind of shit. You have to be confident enough to go through it and be like, this is what's going on. It's not even about me no more. It's about me saving other people who are potentially going to be in my position in the past. You feel me? These people lack confidence. They are, remember, the reason why they do these things because they're insecure, they lack confidence, they're fragile. Every little thing they take very personal. They're emotionally unstable. You feel me? It's just they don't know how to handle a conversation one on one, if or they don't even know how to even confront somebody one on one and have a good conversation. If they do that, it's faking it. They do a whole lot of faking it. They will fake the conversation and make it seem like they're having a conversation with you, but at the end of the day, they taking it personal in every word phrase that you're using. So they only use those moments when they speak to you one on one to have an excuse to want to attack you. You feel me? Especially when they have something planned for you, they'll do everything in their power, even if it means waiting a year to act on that rage. They have premeditated rage upon a victim or somebody that is specially selected. So the premeditated rage is basically they have a rage that they want to dish out onto some. Let's just say like me, they have a rage that they want to dish out onto me. So they premeditate this rage, and they already have the rage ready and loaded to go. It's like loading up a gun and everything, and you ready to bust that shit. But now I need a justification. I need to justify my action. This is not even a joke. This is true story. So they want to justify their action. So they have to do something or provoke you so that you can justify this action for them. You feel me? Trust me, if they attack you once, they already have a premeditated rage for you already. They're looking for any reason. That's why when I started on this journey, I started creating my own language. I started poking the bear where they annoying you, and you finally explode and be like, ah, and they be like, he's crazy. Premeditated rage comes in because that's how they set it up. But you have to be, either you remove yourself from the situation completely, or you have to go all the way in. Like you just can't even play with it. Like you just gotta go all the way in. But I decided that I would not trade who I am because that's what they want. The more that they follow you around, I've heard of people that come back like 10 years later. That's what I call the GPS missile, where they miss their target and come back. But the actual term is called hoovering. Hoovering is when they try to suck you back in. They use the term because the language is still being developed. I developed my own language. I call it a GPS missile. That when they miss you, or after they miss you, you know how like a GPS missile misses target, but it comes right back around for the same target again. That's how I saw it in my mind. But the proper term is called hoovering. They try to suck you back in by however ways they know how to. You feel me? See, these are the things that they do. They do in so many ways. They do in so many. The language is the same across all the board. It doesn't matter what language they speak. They play the same game. You feel me? So they got premeditated rage. I'm adding more to the language itself. So this is still an ongoing research. You feel me? But from my experience, I feel like if I tell my story, I'll add more to the evidence that's already there. This is called premeditated rage, where they've already planned on how to attack you already. They already have a premeditated way of what they want to do to you. You feel me? If that don't work out, they'll form another plan for you. You feel me? So they come around, like I said, they're poking up the bear, annoying you, do things. They might even, if nothing works, they might go as far as even make things up. Because remember, they liars. So they might intentionally bump you. Then your reaction, even if you don't react in a way that is nasty, they might be like, they're like, ew, why did you act like that? I said I was sorry, and you're like, no, it's okay. Well, I didn't like the way you was looking at me, man. Like, I said I was sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. And they'll create a whole. I'm only speaking in that term because I have to talk ratchet, because to me it's a ratchet behavior. And I'm sorry to use that voice. I didn't mean to discriminate. But it's like they'll create this whole scenario because everything else hasn't worked. So it's like their last stand, and then it's like they have the rage ready to go, and it's like you fucking it up. You just not playing along. So they have to force the issue. They gotta just force it. So they make things up. They just gotta make it up. Like they just gotta make. They gotta make themselves feel mad. They gotta get that rage across. Like they can't hold on to that rage. It's like, nigga, you take it too long. I have a rage for you. I have an ass whipping for you. I have some lies that's tied to your name, and the show must go on. And you take it too long to dress up and come on the dance floor. So guess what? I'm gonna open the curtains and make sure that I expose you, whether it's a lie or not. You feel me? And that's what they do. Premeditated rage. At least that's what I call it. You feel me? Of course they do organizing, mob organize. Like they try to turn almost everybody against you. If they can turn the whole world against you and isolate you and have you on Mars by yourself, they will do that. They want you in a position where, in my situation, they wanted me in a position where they wanted me to come back to them and apologize. I'm like, how can I apologize to somebody who never faced me? Who are you? Like, I'm hearing the story and I'm like, this sounds baffling. They're like, just apologize. I'm like, apologize to who? Who's this person? This person hasn't even had the confidence to come face me, but yet y'all want me to apologize to a ghost. First thing is first. They had me fighting a ghost and they expected me to win. How you expect me to win? They got me fighting a ghost. Now the ghost wants you to apologize to them. It's like, yo, like they don't have the courage to face you, but yet want you to bow to them. They want you to basically be a peasant, kneel at their feet. And it's like there's no feet to kneel at. You feel me? That they're so delusional on how they see the world. Even their own fantasy world doesn't even make sense. I'm about to go in. You feel me? These are the things that I've been dealing with, man. I had to tell the reason why I was documenting myself and everything else like that. This is a sequel. Hold on, let me put my mask on. This is the sequel of what I've been going through. You feel me? Oh shit. Feel me? I had to start the recording. We're gonna do this is sequel 2. Feel me? 1 has already been recorded. It's downloading, it's released, it's coming. You feel me? They always trying to make you into something that you're not, of course. I mean, you already know that. That's the whole point. They will steal your attributes. They will steal your attribute. They'll steal the good things about you, take it for themselves, and give you the negative things or give you whatever character they want you to play, which is not you at all. You feel me? This is what we talking about, these niggas. They got an image for me that they want me to play into. Me specifically, they want me to wear a skirt with some high heels and a wig. So they're trying everything in their power for me to fit into this character in their fantasy world. You feel me? It's crazy, but it's true. So this is why I started documenting, to tell my side of the story. So anybody that's going through what I'm going through can get to see these things for themselves and know how to encounter these acts. All right, one.